Hello and welcome to Outside the Door, a visual novel set within a single office. In that office, you are to figure out the stories of a few visitors without having a single memory of yourself. That's about all I know of this, so I guess we'll start a new game. Hey, hello. Are you here? Just tell me, I can hear you. Yeah, I guess I'm here. Yeah, nice, but because I was getting worried. Right. Look, we got a problem. We need your help. Hi. You also seem to have a problem. Get attention, Daniel's grotto, manual calibration required. Put it bluntly, in those later days, it happens more and more often. And someone up there is getting worried already. And we don't need it. And we don't need it, right? What's going on? A lot of things. Do not mind. That's not what matters. Soon people will start coming here and you'll need to deal with them. See, they're so tangled. And you need to help untangle them. And how should I help them? Look, there's a computer to your left. Collected some information about them. It's not complete. Need to ask them, fill in the gaps, and send them further. Where to send? Where they need to. Be easy going about it. Where they go will depend on what you write. Just fill in the gaps, we'll do the rest. Got it? Okay, there we go. I just had to capture my cursor, because I didn't realise it was not showing up, because it's kinda cool looking. Listen, you got a lot of questions about... How about this? Answer only one question, so choose wisely. Oh. Who are you? Where am I? Am I dead? Who are these people? Let's ask where I am, I guess. You're in your place. What do you mean by your place? That's the second question. Agreed on just one, remember? Well, shall we start? Let's do it. God, that was a wasted question. Nothing easy to get started with. So... Oh cool, you found one. Piece of cake. Two girls were playing in the attic. One of them fell off the stairs and broke her head. You find out all the circumstances of the evidence. Oh, the thing, yeah. Holy shit. Now I'm gonna send it to you. Okay, note that part of the lines are raised. You need to fill them. Your first visitor is a girl named Blank. Girl found herself involved in a situation in which, while handling out with her friend, the following happened. And the root cause of this event was... Just ask her and then fill in the information. Basically, that's it. As you can see, it's really easy. Got it? But what if they don't answer me? They will, don't worry. The charm plus the specific atmosphere of this place make visitors chatty. If they lie to me, how to check the information? It's hard to lie here, but you can't check it anyway. Go on a hunch. What do you mean by go on a hunch? How can you fill in documents intuitively? Keep quiet. Here, you can. Just figure it out as you can put things straight. Where's here? We agreed that I'll only answer one question. Let's keep that arrangement, okay? For fuck's sake. Don't take it hard, we'll be friends, secretly. Nobody monitors your job anyway. Other people without figuring out write some rubbish. disapprove of it, but they don't care up where, neither do I. Well, with that sorted, let's start. Hello. Achievement for my first visitor. You frozen? Asked only before she burst into tears. Oh, he's not gonna let me ask the question, so she looks sad. Not going to cry. Of course, why should you cry? A big girl, are you? Not really. I'm 8, don't you see? Look too sad for your age. Conversation doesn't go anywhere. Yeah. I don't want to talk to anyone. Screw out the first case, not everyone can do that. Gee, thanks. Dresser, could you shut up? Okay, no, we're just gonna ignore the radio and talk to the girl directly. Girl, what's your name? Shouldn't get out names. That's not how it works here. Well, that's how I'm gonna make it work here, so screw you. What you know about talking to children? Like you're so great at it. 45 years old, neither family nor children. Like always know better. Hush. Hush yourself. Girl, could you tell me your name? May I? Of course you can. As for me, I'm... It slipped my mind. Fuck. Just went out of my head. Fuck. Maybe we shouldn't swear in front of the girl. No. You should not talk like that. And do you remember your name? Of course. My name is Hannah. Hannah, great. Nice to meet you. Don't be afraid of the lady. She's just a voice. Oh, so it's a woman talking on the radio. I'm not afraid. Why are you sad then? Oh, I don't like. Tweety died. Tweety? Who's that? My birdie. Oh, I see. I had birdies too. What happened? She died. I got it, but why? I don't know. A cat got her. Harley managed to take her away from the cat. I went to heal it. Feed her with an eyedropper. Caress her. Didn't leave her for 3 days. Stupid cat hurt her wing and Tweety could not fly. Today I found her dead in a box where I made a nest for her. It's very sad to hear. Not sad to hear. Sad to bury. You like birds, do you, Hannah? I love Tweety. I see, but there are many birds, and you'll be amazed by how diverse their magnificence is. Many birds? Tweety was the only one. Come on, keep your chin up. Chicken is a bird too, and a tasty one. Oh god, I don't think we should be saying that to the child. But certainly she is going to live forever in your heart. Take care of her. Hey, Tweet. I'm awfully sorry to bother you, but what about doing things you are here for? Oh, yeah, that's the radio talking. Fuck off. I'm doing exactly that. And let's go to it. For example, ask her what she remembers of anything that happened recently. Remembers how a cat killed a bird. Not relevant for the case. Keep working. Fuck. God damn it. Yeah, seems like that. I mean, keep it clean. Wow, girl. Listen to me. No lady speaks like that. Sorry. Thought she didn't hear. Yeah, seems she's got big ears. Okay. Hannah, what else do you remember of anything that happened recently? Well, yesterday Mum and I went to the store, shopping for a new dress. For your mum? No, why her? She already has some. She doesn't grow. But I do. My mum says, by leaps and bounds. So you got a new dress? Yes, don't you see? Oh. It's dirty. Yeah, I was gonna say there's like a stain on the front here. Don't worry, it's not a big deal. No, Mum will be upset, and Dad will scold me. Scold? Do you have a struck Dad? Yes, Mum says that his job deforms him. Oh God, I think I see where this is going. What's he doing? What does he do? He's military, it seems. Why, seems? Because military men are in uniform. Never seen Dad in the uniform. Does he scare you? No, he does a good job. He defends us. Dad says that he has to be strict to have orders everywhere. And order is the basis of everything. I think Mom will easily wash it away before your dad notices. You think so? Of course, the dress is not so dirty. Why'd you do smear like that? Children's playground. At a children's playground. Went to play at a children's playground in a new dress. Yes, I wanted to show Emily. Who's Emily? My best friend. And our parents are friends. Emily has no dad, and sometimes my dad helps them. Like Emily and Mum says, where they need a man's touch. Dad has a strong touch. They often invite each other to visit. Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody was cheating. Last week, her parents brought her new shoes. So beautiful. I admire them every day. Did you want some shoes? No. Yes, the same shoes, of course. I want them. But if Emily already has them, why do I need them? That won't be so cool anymore. Oh, Mum brought me a dress. Look how cool it is. Oops. This stain already come out? Of course. Did Emily like your dress? Don't know. I think not. Why do you think so? First it seemed that she loved it too, but then turned away and kept playing in the sand. Did it hurt? Don't know. It seemed I hurt her somehow. That's why she didn't want to say good things about my dress. But it is so cool. Right? Come on, dresses. Let's not waste time. Yeah, of course, the dress is marvelous. Anna, do you remember what happened next? What did you do with Emily? Of course I do. We were playing in the sand. Try to be careful not to stain my dress. Emily, as if intentionally, poured sand on me. She stepped on the edge of my dress with her dirty shoes. Did you fight because of that? A little, not really. How did you make peace? Emily has a secret, and she decided to tell me so that I didn't worry about the dress. What secret? I won't tell you. It's a secret. You can tell me. Why? Because I won't tell anyone. If I don't tell anyone, it means that the secret stays secret. I think you're lying. Secrets won't work like this. So, what is Emily's secret to you? Since she's not a good friend anyway. She was a good friend. Maybe, but now you don't think so, do you? Look at your gorgeous dress. What's she done with it? I don't like you. I don't like you either, but individual affections are out of the case. No, we'll simply ask why. You're bad. I'm not bad, I'm just a grown-up. You're bad. I never want to be like you. That's fine. What kind would you like to be? Good. When I grow up, I'll have a family and a lot of children. I'll help those in need. I'll be a doctor. Yeah. Helping people is a good goal. Not people, I'll treat animals. Oh, you want to become a vet? That's cute. Fine, but it's not doctors who treat animals. They're called veterinarians. I'm gonna be a doctor who treats animals and not a veterinarian. And you'll be able to treat both animals and people. Yeah, except cats. I won't treat cats. And won't treat Emily. Why? Angry with cats because they haunt birds? Or, yes, I think they're supposed to be hunt birds. Yeah. And people with Emily because of the dress? No, a little. She sheltered a cat in the attic of the barn. I wanted to take her home, but Mum didn't allow it because the cat was pregnant. So Emily sheltered a cat in the attic of the barn. Brought her food in secret. And every day but often. Is it her secret? Yeah. She invited me to the attic to look at the kittens. The attic was so dirty. All in dust and webs. God, I hate webs. But I wanted to have a look at the kittens so much. It was a mum cat. I recognized her. It was the one who tore Tweety. She hissed at me so loudly. I kicked her. I'm not kick her to death, but Emily stopped me. I had a fight because of that. I told her about Tweety. Broke into a lot and said that I was stupid and should have brought Tweety to her cat because Tweety was already dead anyway, but the cat still had kittens to feed. It's not like the kitten's fault that I'm so stupid in a stupid dress. Were you mad at her? I was, very much. Punched her in the face with all my strength and pushed her. I wanted to push her more, but she stumbled and fell down the stairs. So that's what happened. Pushed and she fell, or she stumbled and fell? She stumbled after I pushed her. What did she stumble against? Don't know, I didn't see it. Did you want to kick her down the stairs? No. I wanted to beat her. Her and her stupid cat. I got that there were stairs, and Emily fell. I forgot about the cat. She was crying so loudly. All of her face was in bright blood. Her forehead was as if going black. She was throwing the cat down the stairs too, right to the black forehead of Emily. I don't like that slickering, but man, this is some morbid shit coming from an 8-year-old. Stupid cat, stupid forehead, stupid Emily. This is not a good thing to do, and to say. She started it. It's not a good thing to do either. Is she okay? Don't know. Got frightened and ran away. Her dad went to visit her in the hospital and said she's gonna be alright. Did your parents scold you? No, they didn't scold me at all. But Dad didn't talk to me at all. Hey, lean towards the speaker. I'll whisper something in your ear. This one gives you access to make a record of what happened at the playground. Actually, you may write anything or describe what actually happened. But the important thing is to fill in all fields by the end of the meeting. That clear? Yeah. Good for you then. Oh, okay. Keyboard smash. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, the first video is a girl named Hannah. Go through girlfriend by a flying bird, tripped and fell, or more desk clam. The friend threw her friend down the stairs. A root cause of the event was friends envy of the new dress, taunting of a lost pet, or more garbage. Yeah, no, taunting of a lost pet. And then sent. Oh god, those creepy fucking masks. What are you doing there? Do you really care? No, not really. I just don't like it here. Remember, and you don't like me either. Yes, I don't like that lady either. Why me? You only tell what to do and do not do anything yourself. Yeah, I don't really like her too. I did my job, you do your job. Do you have a job for me? A bit later. When you grow up and become a doctor, you'll treat everyone. Or main. What should I do now? Probably for the best that the girl cut her off. Don't need to give her any more morbid thoughts. Let you do all the things now. You go about your business. I had nothing to do. What do you mean? You need to clean your dress to make it look like a new one. Cool. Will you help me? Really don't like it here. Of course. Oh, okay, we can pick a mask. I guess we'll go for the happy one. Go, Hannah. Be a good girl. I'll figure it out on my own who to be. Okay, I don't know what either of these masks mean in terms of where we're sending them, but good girl. Well, not quite good, but she's a kid. Nothing to be claimed. What? No, whatever. Talking about you. You're a good girl. You're quickly figuring out how all of it works. Chop, chop, chop. And the trick's done. Experience matters. I wish everyone would work like this. Thanks, perhaps. But you shouldn't teach children to swear. That's not good. Okie dokie, I won't. Just tell me, do you have coffee here? Yes, of course. Take a sip and let's move on. Move on? Of course. You have a few more cases. Don't be afraid. Not much. Using your skills will make quick work and be free. Okay, cool. I'm assuming English is not the developer's first language, because yeah, it's definitely worded a bit weird, but I don't know if that's like a stylistic choice or... anyway, I still get the grasp of the whole conversation and story anyway, so not that big of a deal. Well, let's move on. Couldn't help but notice that you did a good job, so here's a harder case. Oh, thanks. Said that nobody monitors my work. Do I monitor it? As I say, couldn't help but notice. If you notice something because of the fact, you just couldn't notice it. Is it spying? Think, for instance, of big boobs. Could respect for the person you talk to. At least try not to gape at them, but you just can't notice that the person has big, I'd say outstanding boobs. Talking persons are not to women. Well, come on, women stare at outstanding boobs as much as men. That I can attest to as a woman myself. Well, okay, enough about pretty things. We're actually doing business here. Next case is worrisome. Like everything about adolescent maximalism. Okay, what have we got here? A case of the disappearance of a high school student. Tragedy was preceded by a series of events, main one of which was, and during the conversation with the interrogated, it turned out that the friend, in a case of missing high school student, next guest has probably something to do with the disappearance of a friend. Make it clear. And don't distract me unless absolutely necessary. I have urgent business. Right. Hello? Where am I? Hey. You have some ideas? Clearly not in a shopping mall. You're right, clearly not in a shopping mall. Are you a social worker or someone like that? Why a social worker? Oh, you look so-so in the office. Frankly speaking, it sucks. Always so with social workers. Do you often deal with social services? Oh yeah, I got an eye for people like you. It's a shame to disappoint you, but no, I'm not a social worker. Well, I see. Then a psychologist? Or from the police? You already questioned me for far and wide, like everyone at school, I believe. Afraid I have nothing more to say. Neither one thing nor another. Probably you can make something clear. Who cannot question me without my parents? Parents? Actually, it's in your best interest to talk without them. Well, okay. How can I contact your parents? Mom is busy. She's at work. Fine. What about your father? Can I contact him? Find out how to contact him. Make sure to tell me how to do it. You do not communicate? No, he left us. I'm sorry to hear that. Haha, of course. So, we have to talk. It's not an interrogation, it's a conversation. Confidential conversation. Need to make clear some moments. It's in your best interest too. Doesn't involve your friend. Ex-friend. Ah. That's it. I have no friends anymore. I just can't repeat to you what I already told about 10 times. Tell me what happened. This is important. Of course, important, because it's your job. You get money for it. Okay, do we avoid it or not? Because, yeah, yes, it's actually my job. I need to look into this matter. Let's save each other's time and talk sincerely. Question about your friend. Don't you want to know what happened to her? I guess we'll go with the last one. Ex-friend. And so, who already knows what happened to her. So what? Oh, nothing. She just got out of that shithole. That's it. You need to know what came before it. What you do with that. Me? What's that to do with me? So let's sort this out. Will you help me? Okay, what do you want to know? How long did you know each other? Not very long. We met last summer. Soon after we moved here. And summer is not really a wide choice of people to hang with. Actually, boondocks. Very hard feelings. I know your feelings. We'll leave for summer vacation. The only entertainment is either watching TV with 10 channels, half of which is about gardening and the other half about fishing, or looking up, or in the books. Look up? Yeah, up. Where's up? At the ceiling, or at the sky. Why? Because there's nothing interesting around you at all. But people really look up. That's why it's not so boring. Interesting. No, not interesting. How can it be interesting? That's the problem. I almost lost my mind. You see. I'm just wondering, is this kind of a reference to a little game no one's looking up and they see the ceiling? Because I remember that involving something along the lines of that. You see, hardly. You have doubts? Look around. That's my office. Like a place to have fun? You know, there's nothing to do here, too. Well, yeah, the office sucks. Thanks, you already said it. Well, no offense. The bright side, you got a PC. Yeah, even has one funny picture. Or a spooky one. Can't figure it out. At least it features a smile. Well, shit. Chloe sucked the soul out of me with her fucking smiles. Chloe? Is she a friend? Yes, we're talking about her, aren't we? Liked having fun? No way. But she always delivered moral lectures on how people need to smile all the time. Even if a person is a scum and did something wrong. Smile at him, she said. By smiling at people, you'll smile at yourself. Oh, don't like that blinking. So there's a person back there that seems to be watching me. Watching in on this conversation because she's not moving on. No matter how you lived your life, you may miss just one smile in the end to save your soul. That's why, no matter who stands next to you, smile at them, she said. She said many things, by the way. Yeah, sounds like bullshit. Sounds beautifully. Fairly it makes sense. Yeah, what sense? Okay, I was hoping that would maybe side with her and get her talking more, but I guess not. Like, smell softens people. Haven't you noticed if a person smiles at you, even a stranger, you automatically smile at him or her in turn? Stranger smiles at me, I'll cross the street the other way. Probably why you don't have many friends. You smile often, it will draw people to you. Really? But why do I need people who are drawn to me only when I smile? What would they do when I'm sad? They won't need me. Better not to have such people around you at all. When it's hard times, it won't be even worse when they all left me. Yeah, you do actually have a really good point there. As I understand, Chloe felt the opposite way, but how come you became close? Let me think about it. Well, frankly, there was a little choice. Besides, it's turned out we have some common interests. I liked reading sometimes, and she turned out to be a bookworm. We didn't agree on many things and liked different books, but some topics attracted both of us. For example, vampires. Those who suck blood or trendy ones who suck each other. Okay, I feel like that would be a very different genre. What? They're rock solid classics. For example, Bram Stoker, who wrote Dracula, or... Yep, I know. Ask Chloe to ask. She likes reading some 100-year-old stuff. Well, more than 100 years. Or more. Who needs these literature antiques? I tried to read it, but didn't get through. Times change. Progress is on, and what was written about in books 100 years ago is no longer relevant. First, Stephanie Meyer's books. Of course you do. Of course you like Twilight. Of course. Only appropriate for teenagers such as yourself. Got it. Chloe believed that this is rubbish too, and that you shouldn't read the books that everybody reads. Why? Because you start thinking like everybody else. That bad? Live in a society surrounded by people. It would be much easier to live if all people would think the same way as you. Maybe, but that would be awfully boring. Strange to hear this from a girl who entertains by looking at the ceiling. That's how despair. Or you look at the ceiling for a reason? What do you mean? Tell me, do you take illicit substances? Not a question you should be asking a teenager. No. Be honest, it won't go any further. Told you no. Tried once. Well, we all did. But I didn't like it. Why? Oh, silly story. I don't want to tell it. Maybe important. Where did you get weed? Chloe brought it. We were hanging out at a spot and she offered me to try it. What spot? Our spot. Be specific. Rather not say, you know. I tell you, then the cults will be there regularly. Are you planning on going there? By yourself? Probably no. Fine. At an old abandoned landfill, where there's a station. Got it? Not to hang out there on the rooftop. Was Chloe an addict? No. Was it the only time you guys took drugs? Yeah. Doubt about that. Young people rarely stop at one time. It was enough for me. Why? Was it bad? Sort of. First it was cool. We were totally relaxed and dragged out. We were lying and looking at the sky. Remember how warm and light it was in my head. Then Chloe sat up and said that she had legs. Legs stick out from her, and started laughing. I started laughing with her. Then I saw my legs. That scared me so much. Living legs grew for me. Another pair? Oh no, mine. It seemed awful. panicked, wanted to get rid of my legs and took off my pants, but when I saw my naked legs, I felt so hungry. My own legs seemed delicious to me. Literally delicious, like food. You see? Sounds eerie. What happened next? Chloe tried to bite my hip. Hope, jokingly, decided to run home right away and eat something. Run? That's quite overstated. Tongue cleaved into the roof of my mouth. I was dragging like a zombie. I was hungry like hell. Yeah, that's the what we call the munchies. I picked and ate leaves from bushes and trees along the way. Just say that after this diet, I spent the next night in the bathroom. I can imagine. So one time was enough for me. That's the right decision. Drugs won't do you any good. Unless it's medical drugs, which you need for, if you're sick. Probably. Chloe tell you where to get weed? No, she didn't have to. It's pretty clear. Everyone takes it from Simon. Probably said he has everything to everybody's taste. Tell me about Simon. Is he your schoolmate? Not anymore. He said he had moved here from the north before me. But he did not last for long in school here and they expelled him. Hell of a dumbass, but handsome. Can't argue that. Tall, slender, pale. So exquisite and mysterious. But on a bike. He has a garage close to the landfill. Like a small workshop where he does small repairs for bikes. Sometimes bikers from the neighborhood come to his place. Did you have a crush on him? Not really. He who had a crush on me. He tried to pick me, but he's really weird. Hangs out mostly at night. Not so chatty. Looks strangely all the time. Wannabe vampire. Got it. Even if it was hot, I wanted to bond her up from his gaze. He always wore his granddad's coat, even in summer. Some people are easy to feel the cold. All the more so if they ride a bike. Maybe. But when a person has a lot of small strange things, he becomes strange too. For example, once he invited me to ride a bike outside the town, but it was late and I went home. At night, Mum was at home and she didn't allow me to go out after dark. Wake up at night and saw him in the window, standing across the street under a tree and looking at my house. That's not creepy at all. He's like a vampire. It even thrilled me a little. But what did Chloe have to do with him? Oh, Chloe. She drooled over him. I think I see where this is going, so potentially got into a fight because, Chloe was jealous about her friends potentially getting all the attention from Simon. Did she both like Simon? No, Chloe liked Simon, but Simon liked me. And you? And I like Chloe. Aw, poor girl. Wouldn't change my friend for a jerk, so we decided not to mess with him to save our friendship. High-hearted. But I understand you didn't fall out of touch with him. Yes, we did. At least I tried to avoid him, and when I was with Chloe, he didn't come to us. Why? I know, he always stood back when there's people around. Maybe he didn't want people to see him with Chloe. Does it seem suspicious to you? I think he just worried about his reputation. Chloe's a modest girl, and Simon, with all his oddities, is quite a popular guy. Popular? I got the impression otherwise from your stories. At first I thought so too, but close to the beginning of the school year, local guys started to get back. They regularly hung out at his place. They often gathered together at the diner, not far from school, and had off-handed parties at his garage. Have you been there? Of course, though not so easy to get there. Had a kind of close club, and you can't just come there. Rather, you may come, but they only let their kind to the parties. You know? I see, your own kind. Who are they? Well, the guys from the sports team, their girlfriends, many cheerleaders, local bikers. Strange company, isn't it a bit motelly? You're all locals and each know each other. Except Simon. Simon's dad was a local. Perhaps they accepted him because of that. Was. Where did his father go? Don't know. Never took that much interest in it. Either died or just left. Some unclear story. Nobody explained to me, and I didn't get into it. Not my business. Though Chloe once said that she saw Mr. Greenwood, but I don't know how long ago she saw him. Did not attach any importance to it. What? Nothing, never mind. I'm getting a headache. Better you take something. What? Well, for headaches. Do you have some? No, I don't have a headache, and even if I had it, I wouldn't give it to you. Why? Case my headaches, but I wouldn't have any. Tough. Far-sighted. Okay, we got distracted. Do you think that something may have happened to Chloe at Simon's party? No, not a chance. Why? Didn't go there. I said, those events were only for your kind. But you were there. Yeah, but I got there for a good reason. Firstly, you had to pass the rite of initiation. Rite of initiation? Seriously? Of course. What was it like? Well, this information is not for the ears of outsiders. What are the conditions of the initiation? Even now? Did something change? Friend is missing. Ex-friend. How did she do that? Even after her disappearance, she have a grudge against her. Well, I can't tell it either. Why? About the rite of initiation. Does she think that now it's still important? Okay, moreover, the police repeatedly searched everyone and their brother in the area. All these parties came to an end. As soon as some fun starts, cops pull over and watch. Jerks. This is their job. Job is catching criminals. And maintain order. Get back to the rite of initiation. Tell me the details. Random times you're given a note with a task. You need to fulfill and burn the note. Note from whom? I don't know. Seen from Simon? But I heard that sometimes the whole company makes up tasks. Did everyone in the company make the rite? Yeah, likely. Not everyone admitted it. Why? That's because some people had to do not really legal things. For example, don't know. As I said, not everyone told about it. Those who did, they didn't do anything serious, like stealing a t-shirt or slashing the neighbor's tire. What task did you have? Probably the stupidest one. Check for bravery. Cornfield is surrounded by woods not far from the landfill. Had to wear a school uniform and get through it. In the night. Why school uniform? Okay, why was it flickering? I don't like that. Because of an old urban legend. People say about 15 years ago, on this field, locals lynched a rapist from a neighboring town who attacked schoolgirls. Okay, definitely didn't like that picture. You appear in this field at night in a school uniform. Rapist's evil spirit will chase you. Who did supervise the rite? Well, nobody. I saw a woman or a straw man with Monica's bra on it in the middle of the field. Task is counted if you bring it to Simon's garage the next day. Monica seems to be Simon's ex. Didn't get to it. Fine girl, though a bit crazy. Well, I did, but with some nuisances. Yeah, I don't know why that repeated. Which ones? Firstly, I actually intend to do as written in the task. Going to the field alone in the night plus through the woods seemed it wasn't reasonable. Were you scared? Of course. Wouldn't you be scared? Again, that dress code. Who nowadays wears school uniforms? Except maybe Chloe. Oh, she's one of the old school. Don't mind her. And what did you do? Asked Chloe to help me. They made a uniform and accompanied me. But she denied it. Why? She assumed that I was breaking the agreement. That I was doing it to be closer to Simon. Is it true? Surely not. Tried to explain to her, but she wouldn't listen. After all that, Monica told me that Chloe wanted to join our company too, and passed the rite of initiation before me, but Monica asked Simon not to accept her. Why? Monica didn't like Chloe. I think she was jealous of Simon to her. Monica told me that he always strangely stared at Chloe, but when he was asked about her, he pretended to be indifferent. You think Simon liked Chloe? I don't think so. Why do you think Chloe did that? Well, obviously to be closer to Simon. She dumped me, a friend, a boy she liked, despite all the promises. But you broke your promise too. I didn't break any promises, just wanted to get a company. Did Chloe need Simon? Yeah. That's why you hold a grudge against her. Grudge? No. Too powerful a feeling. Just deleted her from my life and went to the field alone. However, not in the night. I was too scared in the night. I sat all night at home without sleep, so as to not oversleep. I left at dawn. Not a pleasant walk either, but at least there was light. I found the goddamn straw man with little exciting adventures, took off Monica's bra and went home. Same evening, I brought the bra to the party and they accepted me like their own. Right ended with a little party, but something became strangely like he wasn't happy to see me. So he knew about my trick, but he said nothing. I went to the party early in the evening, prevented me from going to the field in the afternoon. It's a private area, someone could see me. Someone from ours or a local farmer who owned the field. And they would not accept me. Plus, it would be embarrassing to have the reputation of a coward. I suppose it was the last time. Was it the last time you saw Chloe? No. A few days ago she came to me and said that someone slipped her a note with a task. Asked me to meet her late in the evening at our place. I was going to pass the rite of initiation. In other words, she was. I already knew that they would not accept her into the party. No one would give her any tasks. I asked her to show me the note, but she said she'd burned it as instructed. When I asked her what her task was, she just told me my own task that I had done. It doesn't work that way. Tasks are different for everyone. You didn't help her? With what? Pulling the wool over my eyes? No, the evening Simon invited me to a party at his friend's house. I wasn't about to miss it because of the deceitful fantasies of the person who'd betrayed me. If she came to you, she probably still considered you her friend. I think she just realized that since she couldn't get Simon, she at least tried to keep her friend. I somehow don't feel like being a booby prize, especially after the way she behaved. Was that the last time you two met? I think so. Not worried about her disappearance at all? No, she disappointed me so much. What do you think happened to her? Nothing happened to her. Just went somewhere else. If I were her, I wouldn't stay here to shame myself either. Did you think that Simon is involved in a disappearance? No, obviously not. We were together at the party that night. And Monica? Was she with you? No? Do you think Monica did something with Chloe? You said they didn't get along. The police would have found something, wouldn't they? Either Chloe or her body. Now, I'm pretty sure Chloe just ran away from home. Okay, I got one last question. The evening when Chloe came for your help, how was she dressed? In the uniform? That's not surprising. She knew about the condition. I asked her to give me a uniform for the task. She ever think that if you'd gone to see Chloe that night, she wouldn't be missing? What's that got to do with me? No, I didn't. We ourselves made the decision we're responsible for. And we have to answer for them. Yeah. I reckon someone kidnapped her. Just doesn't seem right that she would just run away. Something seems to you deal with all that shit on your own. Some more questions for me? No, I got no more questions to ask you. I'll enter the data into the computer. You can go. Okay. I don't know. Kidnapped or ran away from home? Well, seemed to have bugged the game because I didn't enter anything on the disappearance. Tragedy was preceded by a series of events, main of which was her between missing girl and best friend. Yeah, an unrequited love. And I guess a smile. Let me go now. Thanks. What do you think? About what? About this case? Yeah, this is very suspicious. Well, okay, now we go on. What's our next case gonna be now? Bit duller in here. Whoa, interesting. I'd like to know what is so interesting. Can't imagine. Got so many things to do. If I didn't mix up everything and give you the wrong case. Are there any or many people like me? Questions. So many questions. Forget your questions for a minute. I'm getting distracted from every quarter. Can't focus. Okay, next case. Check it out carefully. Okay, what's the case? What's the case? Can't you see? I'm still waiting for instructions. I can't. Have you sent it? Yep. Let's wait, I guess. I got nothing. Oh, it seemed I didn't. Wait. God damn it. What do you mean? You said that it's done. Now I send it for sure. Catch it. Okay, here we go. Case may be especially interesting. Okay. Soon after the young soldier arrived at the place of the service where the position of warehouse manager, high consumption was noted. A few months later, a surprise rebel attack was made on a remote loyalist army stronghold. All the surprise was due to the fact that, according to the challenge data, the defenders of the strong point, only survival was the state of deep shock. His role in the incident remains unclear. Interesting, like previous ones. Better, I guess there's a military man. Do you like powerful men in uniform? Okay, you like power, but what about men? Or maybe women? You trying to pick me up, are you? What does it do with the case? Yeah, first one. Officer Fair, how romantic it would be in the current realities. What realities? Current. Thought you said a man. So critically in opinion to prevent an object perception of reality. It must be a mistake. Because in the case, mistake or not, man or woman, is no concern to you. I have a lot of my own work to do. Guess it's reasonable to assume that if I were dealing with your work, I would be in your place. So, each to his own thing. Okay? Starring Claudia Moret. Okay, music very much kicked. What, are you watching Netflix? Oh, leave it alone. It's just a background to fill the silence. Looks like nobody cares what I'm doing here. What? Of course not. How could you say that? Yes, nobody cares about your job except you. That's why not everyone but you are doing it. Is this a bad time? Don't mind, come in, sit down. Processing your case, we need to deal with the details of what happened. Who's we? You and I. Doesn't look like a military tribunal. I suppose it's a paternal proceeding. Know much about legal details yet. Will I have an attorney? A lawyer? No, it's only me who handles your case, so I will represent your interests. Okay, this last one. Questionable pleasure. Still, as I got, I have no choice. Alas, no. Good. Ready to cooperate, that counts for something. It does. Exactly why we're here. Okay, got it. Tell me about your service. What exactly do you want to know? Don't make it worse, soldier. Not a soldier any longer. Actually, have never been. I started military service just to get some allowances. That's so. Don't be ridiculous. At that time, the war hadn't begun yet. The army was a good social elevator. First, everything went fine. Passed basic military training without much suffering. Thought building relations with comrades in arms would be the hardest, but it turned out the hardest part is getting your ass cleaned before lights out because the everyday shower was not expected. But I could probably even got what is hot shower. And suddenly the war began. Needless to say, it was not my plan. Wasn't ready for that either, morally or physically. I was in the military at that point. Yeah, but I was not going to war. Army was just a step in my career. If I had known there was going to be a war, my feet wouldn't have been in military boots. I mean, isn't that the whole point of being in the military? I'm a pacifist, you know. So being a soldier, surprised that you had to go to war. Do you think that all that serve in the army are defenders of their motherland? Do you know how many deserted in the first days of the war? People were just leaving their units, like summer camp, till the military police woke up and started arrests. I told you before, I wasn't a soldier. I wasn't good with a machine gun, but I was good with my head. At training camp, I got a job in the headquarters, more useful there, and when I was assigned, I was able to get a job in the middle of nowhere and answered for combat service support. Were you responsible for combat service support? Oh, kind of. Officers were sorely lacking, and they put me at the warehouse. It was an easy task, distributing incoming stock in a way so that soldiers do not complain. There would be no problems. If something, you send a request. Wait. Everything will come. There's a lot of something, you carefully store it. Store is no sore, and sometimes they send a lot, especially ammunition. After all, there is a war going on. Oh. Don't know what that flickering means. Carefully store? What did you do with the surplus? There's no surplus. Wrote off. Ammunition consumption in war is commonplace. Did the war disrupt the logistics? Beginning, we didn't have much of a war, just some morning and evening gunfire, so it was tolerable. Explain to me one detail. There was no major fighting in this section of the front. Where did the ammunition go? Not on paper, but in fact. You good? Don't like that your pupils are gone away now. Hey? Soldier, I'm talking to you. Do we really want to lean towards them? Oh, we lean towards the radio. Hey, secretary. Hey there. Don't be rude. You're calling a secretary. What's this? Seems we got problems. I take it so hard, seems I've got no problems. What problem do you have? Soldier, she doesn't react. Oh, what do you expect? She's not quite right in the head. PTSD of some kind? God knows what war does to people. You're careful. At least she could have warned me. What do I do now? Deal with it. It's your area of responsibility. Could you look up from your TV shows and help me? Wow. Found balls? Check maybe it's just a tumor. No, my balls are perfectly fine, thank you. Shining like this. Drama queen. Sorry, I don't know what to do. Blindness is not your strong suit, is it? Yeah, we're not going to say this one. This one's kind of mean, but what about the kiss? Give a whistle. Be serious. I am. Give a whistle. Okay, take a whistle then. Okay, why are we... And she's back with us. Are you with us? With whom? Drew into the shell and didn't respond to anything. Yeah, it happens to me. The attack on the strong point. Oh, and she's gone back to there again. Not again. I'm fine, yes. After the assault on our positions. Do you remember what happened? I do. I was assigned to the warehouse, although it's a big word for that hole. A local student contacted me and showed me that he was not a rebel, but his people needed help to defend against the rebels. He needed ammunition, or he needed contraceptives. No, ammunition. Yes, give me a list. Nothing special. A bit of ammo, grenades, hand grenades, launchers. A bit? To the extent of our provision, of course. And you gave them to him? Oh. Yeah, don't like that it goes all glitchy on me from time to time. I think we need our computer being looked at to see if it's haunted at all. No, of course I didn't. Maybe I'm a bad soldier, but not a fool. Man was clearly a rebel. Killing ammunition to the enemy is treason. Court-martial. That's how I thought. what happened next. Told him to bugger off and said if I ever saw him near our position again, Dustin would split his ass in two. It was Dustin. One of our gunmen often came around at our dugout. I just noticed that, in the background there's a soldier that passed. Interesting. So I'm assuming background characters that walk to and from characters that fit into the character we're talking to, perchance, because I hadn't really been paying attention after speaking to the little girl, so. Yeah. A cheerful guy tried to pick me up, but he was smart enough only to stroke the machine gun when he tried to talk to me. What's that for? Please stick to the point. Evening, enemy artillery fired on our section of the front. My dugout was in Pinewood. I was lucky. Firing started, I was near and went into the woods. First shell exploded in the sky, and it was the most awful sound in the world. Not the sound of the shell bursting, but the ringing of the simultaneous fly of thousands of splinters. It seems the third shell was struck somewhere nearby. I was covered in mud and couldn't hear. The air lying in the bottom of the trench, I thought I was dying. Overhead, in the ringing silence, high explosive shells kept bursting, So fucked up. Shells stuffed with explosions and a hell of a lot of fragments. As a rule, explodes before reaching the land, turning the area into blender. If it explodes over your head, the trench won't help. Just luck. A piece of shrapnel flying at a monstrous speed, even tree trunks flying like a piece of ice. Firing was still going on. Couldn't hear it. And I felt the burst with my whole body, like the bass at a good concert. Now, at the moment, someone took me and threw me into the dugout, like a sack of potatoes. It's obviously one of my comrades, Ben or Harry. Can't tell who now, but he saved my life. Must have been tough on you. Yes, no fucking good. Feeling that firing had stopped, I decided to get out of my hole and went to my duty station warehouse. I said that my dugout was in the pine woods. Not anymore. Like a huge harvester or mowing machine had to ride across the woods. Millions of torn trees struck from the earth like gnawed pencils, and there were chips everywhere. On my way, I saw many wounded, maybe even dead people, discovered an unexpected benefit from my deafness. That you can control lights and make them flicker? I didn't hear their cries. It seems we got distracted. No, we didn't. A couple of days ago, that man contacted me again. Fucking local. Still gives me nightmares. Asked for ammunition again? Yes, he said that I was responsible for what happened. There were consequences of my refusal. That was just a polite hint that some smart people need to negotiate with each other. They could start an artillery attack. Why the hell did they need ammo and other smalls? No problem with shells. Emergency depots were hidden across the country from times of world wars. Shell is a shell at any time as far as it can explode. But small arms, they develop faster. Here's some intelligent reports that rebels were sorely lacking ammo for modern small arms. Modern rifles, for the most part, need modern ammo. Cannot go against rifles and machine guns that were just outdated slide-bolt rifles. By going to battle or having artillery, the gods of war. The soldier who takes cities, not gods. The soldier stands there as the conquered land. And have you ever been blackmailed with another firing? Not exactly. They offered a deal. Won't be any more firing in our sector if I sell the necessary ammunition little by little to the side. Our focus strikes on the other, important for them sector, and Having defended something there, they'll win the war. And you agreed? What was I supposed to do? Can't just leave the service. I got a contract. You knew what you were getting into. Don't warn me that I'd walk on my friend's guts. For the sake of what? Sake of justice? What justice? No one even bothered to explain to us what was going on. In the name of defense of the homeland, from who? The rebels? Who are they? You know. They are citizens too, defending native land from ourselves. Bullshit. All for more money. Need more money as a waitress in this mess. It's easy for your desk-bound commandos to judge. Don't know how a landmine explodes. How could you get when a branch suddenly crunches under the leaves? You wonder if it's a branch or if in a moment a mine will tear your leg off your ass. Calm down. Don't tell me to calm down, bitch. Yes, I was scared. I was ready to do anything to avoid lying at the bottom of the trench again, wondering after the exposure of what shell a piece of red-hot iron would fly into my body and tear it from my arsehole to the back of my head. I was afraid not only for myself, but also for my guys. Why didn't you report this to your commanders? What would that have done? Do you know what choice I had? Either to the penalties for the cowardice, or execution by shooting, or treason, or a grenade in my sleeping bag. The locals or their supporters in our ranks. Defending yourself, you have to set up others. No, I don't set anyone up. You thought about the men on the other side of the battlefield, where the ammunition you sold will be used. As I said, I'm a bad soldier, but not stupid. What's your point? Agreed to the offer, but with nuance. First, I only agreed to supply small arms ammunition, alleging strict accounting for everything else. Keep going. Great, we got a second soldier, watching us now. Forgot to mention that I'd noticed this guy over here watching us, but yeah, seems to be after every flicker we get an extra person watching us, by the looks of it. Secondly, I did some manipulation of the ammo, making it useless. Of course, the first batch was fine, so they wouldn't suspect anything. How did you manage to pull that off? I'm telling you, I'm not a stupid soldier. Every night I wrote off the ammunition, and I dragged another box to the ditch, where I unpacked them and soldiers cooked. Cooked? Like soup? Yeah, you boil the ammo in water for a few hours and leave it to cool down in some bucket until morning. During the heating of the ammo, there is either oxidation of the powder consumption, or constitutes, or some other chemical magic. I don't know. Learned not very well, but the ammo becomes useless. As a minimum, ballistics will distort because of the low velocity of the bullet out of the barrel. So maximum simply will not shoot, or even stuck in the barrel. Time to blow a whole batch or box overnight. I was came for them once a week on Thursdays. Smart. How long did that last? A couple of weeks. In a couple of weeks, a single shell came to our positions. So then a couple of boxes with fake. What happened next? Did they find out? No, don't think so. Sure that my ammo was sent to another front sector as agreed. Then there was some fuss. I started to check warehouses, some audits, documents were clean. I had to stop the game of selling ammunition. 3 days later the firing repeated. This time it was worse. Went on an assault and captured our position. They had modern automatic weapons. How it may be possible. Apparently I wasn't the only one supplying them with ammo. Of course you weren't. It seems that others were selling live ammunition, not deactivated. Those of our guys who survived the artillery preparation died repelling the assault. Those who survived the assault were executed. No one was taken prisoner. But you managed to escape. Yeah. What did you have to do for that? Nothing. Tell me the truth. Nothing. Everything would be fine if some arsehole didn't supply them with valid ammos. Got it all figured out. Oh, the plan was perfect. All because of some arsehole, some shithead. Son of a bitch is guilty. Got all the blood on his hand that I spilled to get out of that fuckhole. You motherfucker, sitting here, behind our backs. Douchebag. And again. Okay, time to wake up. You think you should? Damn. You slipped my mind completely. Don't flatter. Wasn't there anyway. How are your TV shows? It's more interesting here. Thistle. You think you should use it? Girl got carried away. If you start pressing the point, she'll wreak havoc. Look at the file. As soon as you have all the information to fill the gaps, what else do you need? I'll say before that, it's okay, she'll be fine. What, to satisfy your curiosity? Don't be a bitch, just once. Okay, I finished. Now enter the information and release it. Ah, damn. Okay, I thought it was gonna give me like an alternate ending or whatever. Okay, ammunition. A few months later, surprise robot attack, or the surprise was due to the fact according to intelligence. Stronghold was located in low territory. The robots did not have enough ammunition. That one. Defenders of the strong point were killed. Yeah, do you think she was entirely at fault? I don't know. I mean, what can you do when you're in that position? Well, she was trying to survive. Plan was not that bad. Yeah, nevertheless, it's worth giving her respect. How she came up with that? What? Cooking ammunition? Holy Christ. What? What's wrong? You understand what myth, don't you? Can't deactivate modern ammunition like this. Different gunpowder. Manufacturing techniques. Cartridges and sealed. You cook it for 24 hours. You're one of the 1,000 who will miss a fire if it was defective from the beginning. Not gonna say. How many are there in a dispenser magazine? 30? And in a machine gun belt? That is, you want to say that. So it goes. Well, I mean, at least she tried to do something, even if it ended up failing in the end. But who do we have next? Meow? There's a kitty! Oh my god. Meow? Oh, I like this. Can we have this cat as our new person or instructor or whatever? Meow? Please don't be a strange person. We still have to work together. Come on, bring the cat back, please. Got a cat? Yeah. Think he understands you? Didn't think there may be animals. Is it you, animal? And this is my cat. Maybe I want the cat for myself now. Like a creature with a hard fate, but it didn't make him spend his lives in immoral recklessness. Rude. When have you ever cared about other people's opinions? Don't talk to me like you know me. Of course you know. That's a given. Do you ever follow me too? Better. We got you on you. I like cats. You like yourself. What a mortal sin. Sin? No, of course not. Then what exactly you don't like? Love only yourself, you know. Try to pass off that you can love somebody else. So, what? Does that hurt you? Of course it doesn't. Frankly, I don't care about it. Then what's the complaint? You're lying. This is not the place to try to deceive and make something of yourself. Coffee break? Yeah, I guess so. And there's no vodka. Look in the desk drawer. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, whiskey. Oh, they say they have wonderful coffee in Ireland. Just don't abuse it. I mean, depends on if you're gonna give me more or not. Well, work's not waiting. If it doesn't wait, go and work. I should probably go. I'm bored, you know. I'll go. On the grounds and the day is free. It's not your time yet, and there's no hurry. Just sit tight. You mean I'm locked up here? Absolutely not. You can consider yourself under contract. Once you're done, you'll move on. Where to? Wherever you decide. Don't remember about signing any contracts. Sign between the lines. Don't think such a contract is valid. Don't think so, there's nothing to begin with. I'm not liking you anymore. I mean, I never liked them from the start, so... Feel the other way. A bit more sincerity, and I'll start liking you. Get the case. Same ship, different bag. Okay, what have we got? Applicant to the facility of law, I need to evolve. Finally passed the entrance exams flawlessly and passed the preliminary selection, along with 2 other candidates. First candidate eliminated due to, then second candidate. That's the way we live here. Did she apply to university? So surprising. Task is quite a myth if you have a long-fingered family and a mint of money. University prepares the future management of country, candidates for key management positions. Creme de la creme. We deal with the entrant who puts a silver spoon out of her ass before taking the shit. You... what? Deal with the entrant, not we. Well, I see. But what does she have why does she have a silver spoon in her ass? Oh, what? Well, I don't know. Just to have it? How did it get there? Perhaps her parents put it in? Parents? Oh, got it. But as far as I'm concerned, universities admit common citizens too. In these cases, the state pays for studies. Statement appears to be a myth. Competition for free college programs goes to thousands of people every year. After all selection rounds, the admission committee makes a decision based on criteria known only to them. Interesting. Huh. They say that literally everything is taken into account. There are a lot of rumors about it. Well, even we don't take into account literally everything. There's something more serious than a university. Anyway, you have a chance to make it clear. You want to, of course. What are you talking about? A prospective student with a silver spoon in their ass is already here. Oh, hi. Good afternoon. Let it be good. Oh, I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. Why do you keep silent? Don't really understand who you are and how I should talk to you. You may speak as you like if there's nothing wrong with it. It's an informal conversation. Sure, this one. Got it. Okay, you're not gonna do anything weird, are you? Yeah, surprising how normal everyone has been so far. Besides, like, the child who was murdered a friend and the soldier with PTSD. The other high school student was a bit rude, but otherwise mostly normal teenager. Let's start with telling me about yourself. What do you want to know? Information that you want to go to university, do you? Right, I think they already admitted me. Really? So you're from a well-off family? No, not even close. Father left us when I was a teenager. Mum had a double employment to keep us somehow. Sometimes money was enough only to pay bills, let alone college fees. Education will be funded by the state. 23 programs are hard not to crack. How did you manage? Hardworking. Yeah, if only it was that easy. Usually people tend to complicate challenges to be addressed, especially if someone succeeds against the odds. Playing smart? Of course. Of course, why not? Don't look like a crammer. Thanks, I guess. Graduated from school a few years ago, so I had time to prepare for admission to the university. Use some allowance in selecting candidates. Allowances? Yeah. What? Yes. What kind of allowance? As a conscious citizen, I took part in some events acting on behalf of the state, for which I got certain allowances that helped me make the cut. I want to say that a citizen's contribution to the affairs of the state is the key to admission into university, not their intellect. Everything is considered, and clever is not enough. Crammers make good executives. University prepares those who manage, including those executive crammers. And you naturally want to rule over them? No, I don't need it. I just want to benefit the society where I grew up. Virtuous motive. What is your faculty? Law. Oh. Don't like law? Seems I'm in this hole because of it. I see. Some people may think it's boring. You don't like it, why are you here? I don't think you're happy to be here either, but you're still here. I find it interesting. I think you're lying. Good lawyers know how to lie, huh? Not as good as you. Me? How am I lying? I didn't say that you're lying. I just thought that if you're lying, you're doing it better than me. Why do you think so? Everybody lies one way or another, and as you're older, it makes sense to assume that you got more experience with it than me. So it makes sense to assume that you lie better than a person with less experience. The cat's back again. Okay, fine, what is it? Don't go into unnecessary detail. What? Is she your girlfriend for chatting her? Just a little bit, and she'll start fishing at how you pulled into her life like this. You know what? She'll be good at that. Go and feed your cat, I'll figure it out. Got a cat. Who's that? Secretary. Actually, it's a cat. I'm a mentor of this trainee. Oh, a kitty. I adore kitties. No, you don't. Yes, I don't. I prefer dogs. See? This is what I'm talking about. I lied like a toddler. My abilities to lie often backfired. The way I believed you. About what? That she's your secretary, and you believe your own lies. Do you really think I'm your secretary? No, of course I'm not. Stop it. You're some weird person on the radio. Doesn't matter. Just a trainee, but already despite this place, why do you deceive yourself and are here? I can't just leave. Why? Need to wrap up the case. So do it. That's what I'm doing. Need to puzzle out the details. Need to puzzle out the details or wrap up the case. Wait, did that person that just walked past not have a head? Or am I going crazy? How may I wrap up the case without puzzling it out? Yeah, you're right. Don't really have to puzzle it out. Yeah, this top one. Well, technically you can. Told you everything in your area of responsibility, and nobody cares about your job except you. What the hell am I doing here? It's a good question. Doing your job. Stop, you're fucking with my head. You don't. You don't. That's not how things are done. Let's go on, one thing at a time. As you see. Big decision. Good. Now you may go and play with damp. It's a tomcat. Well, according to my information, there are 2 more applicants. Maybe? What do you mean, maybe? It means maybe. What's with the weird guy in the back there? Okay, yeah. I'm paying more attention to the background now. Much silently and fiercely. Usually if somebody is hiding something they don't like, is sitting in silence. Scaring me. Good. Making me angry. I can give you some glycine. Very angry. Ouch. We're gonna leave this place until we finish. No problem. As I said, I like it here. I don't... You give me a headache. Give me a headache too. I just don't mind. Please, let's just get this over with. Okay, what do you want to know? There were 3 candidates for final selection, right? Right. After entrance exams, 3 candidates who joined the free program were left for the final selection. I think I'm more prospective candidate. Why would you say that? Personal taking of the situation. You're hiding something. Of course, that's because I answer questions and not make a confession, or make my confession. And that you're confessing to me. Fine, then imagine that I'm already confessed. Throw a cup at the bitch. Yeah, may I save? Throw it. Psycho. I'm sorry, I wanted to so badly. And I got an achievement out of it. Yes. I'm not a psycho. Okay, maybe I am a psycho, I'm sorry. Well, you're not a psycho, let it be. Head with your airs and graces. Better not to mess with you, huh? Get why you're not so sure of your admittance to the university. Really? Something happened to the other candidates. You know everything, why do we talk? It's my work, babe. Make it clear the details of events. Being honest is in your best interest. Very well, okay. Tell me what you know. It's hard to tell what the first candidate was a candidate at all. You know, it done me to demonstrate the policy of our state, which gave a chance to everyone. I saw an order for expulsion on the final stage of selection for Greenwood S. Obviously it's not me and not the second candidate. It means that his participation in that competition is just theatre. Where did you see this document? Does it really matter? It's concerned about my choice. Maybe just repeat something somewhere. Right, then why do you have a bad opinion about this candidate? Me? Not only me. Everybody scratched their heads over why he managed to pass the exams and get to the final test stage. Why? Well, in addition to his stupidity, there were some weird rumors of him. Rumors? Yes, rumors. It's when people talk about a person in his absence. Sometimes just cock and bull stories. Other times... I know what rumors are. I'm just asking you what the rumors were about this candidate. Okay, ease up. I can't read your mind. Speak clearer. Try my patience. And I already wasted my coffee mug on you. I can throw this radio at you next. Oh. Flickering is never good. Calm down. So there's a bizarre story. A few years ago, this Greenwood was accused of raping. But he cooperated with the investigators and held them in prison his own father for life. For what? Well, perhaps they didn't get along, you know. Eternal problems of fathers and sons. Asking why they would put him in jail for life. Father, say for the involvement of minors in prostitution, kidnapping, drug trafficking, and fuck only knows what else. You say he didn't even pay taxes. Can you imagine? Pure psychopath. The first candidate was involved in the criminal activity of his father. There are such rumors, and having imprisoned this father, he cooks freedom for himself, and from all appearances, chance to enter the university. But doesn't that change the fact that he's a rapist? Criminal? How could they just admit him to the university? Nobody admitted him to anything. As I said, it was just a show. It's obvious that such a candidate has no chance for getting an education in the university, even if he has enough intellect and skills to pass all selection stages and be enrolled. Why's that? What do you think? A third of the country's population got through the chopper of local conflicts, but the people understood that it was the slaughter of the Civil War. All those people were rot in tank cots, their daughters were kidnapped and drugged and made them about 10 clients per day. Or made them have 10 clients per day. Now a person who is directly related to those actions is released from jail, given a chance to be admitted to a university on a taxpayer's dimes. How long will this person walk free before a veteran man from the loss of his daughter, while defending the interest of his home state comes across him? Don't know. I know. 4 weeks, approximately. How long that bastard needed to feel on himself how the pendulum he had started swung back and hit himself as soon as he got out of jail. Do you want to say he's dead? No, he's alive, at least to the best of my belief. And he wouldn't be able to piss standing. What? Why? He had an accident. A motorcycle accident. Or accurately, someone knocked him off his bike. Needless to say, accident could not do without psychological consequences. After all, heavy car covered in metal all around, against a light bike, the driver of which is open to every blow of feet, outcome is predetermined. Especially when they get you, after hidden by a car. Run trench back to the road and break your haunch bones with a sledgehammer. According to rumors, of course. Yeah, you seem to know a lot about, a lot of information about these rumors. How could anyone do such a thing? Perhaps one of the fathers whose daughters was raped. Or the daughter themselves, say? A minute. Now that bastard will find it hard to move his pelvis in that direction. Laugh at it or say that's gross. Yeah, I feel like he kinda deserved it anyway, so. I guess we're laughing about this. Quite dreadful to hear. We heard more dreadful stories here. That can be true. Stories. It's about your laughter. I did not used to hear human laughter in this place. Yes, my apologies. Something came over me. It's nerves. Now it's clear about the first candidate. What about the second one? What about the second one? Did you know him? It's pretty close to her. Good girl in a way. Smart enough. She was fond of birds. We had plenty to talk about. Were you friends? No, it was hardly friendship. We talked a little together, but not so much. Sometimes we met at the park where we watched birds. Life with a feather race was weird. I can swear that she literally drooled over them. What do you mean? All of her diet was poultry meat, one way or another. Especially she valued pine forest and field game. However, she tried, and she was a lame hunter. Wild game really appeared in her mouth. Did you go hunting together? No, of course, no. I don't eat birds. That's barbarity. Killing such marvelous creatures just to feed that cow is beyond the pale. Which cow? Who are you talking about? The girl was Plumpy. And why do you know about her hunting skills? A child that just went past there. Interesting. She told me. Begged me to tell her where Meadow was. Begged me to tell her where Meadow was. I often watched quails. That was. Okay, that was a mouthful to get out. She was crazy with quails, but I don't get it. How can you eat them? Firstly, what to eat? They're so little like a doe. Most of them is feathers. Secondly, how can you eat them? Did you see them? They're wonderful. Sometimes we argue because of it. How can you eat what you love? It appears that you eat not this, but you love eating it. Sick love indeed. You said Plumpy. As I get it, she didn't grow thin? No, fortunately she had an accident. Let me guess, did she step on a grenade? Aftermath of war? Of course, accidentally. Or did she shoot herself dead while cleaning the gun of a veterinarian neighbor? I'm sure what you mean, but she didn't. No, it's secondhand. She got poisoned with poultry meat. So you poisoned the meat. Got it. Just tiny. How can it be? Did someone slip her poison the food? Don't know. Best as I can tell, Ceotoxin was found in her body. Maybe someone told her about the murder with so many quails she liked, so many as ants on an anthill. Maybe that cat parsley grew there. Also known as Sesuta. And what does that tell you? Probably quails on this meadow ate Sesuta, and their meat contained cisotoxin. Knowing the various appetite of that cow, she shot a bag of quails she could cook and eat that bag at a time. It may well be that she lost that war with the birds. You don't look too upset. I believe it's quite fair. Kill for food, be ready that the food may kill you. An interesting turn of events, unusual. This is a time we live in now. It all turned out to be in your favor. Or, nothing was in my favor in this life. It was me who created all the favors myself. So yeah, you killed them to then get into this place, I'm assuming. Dumping these candidates, did you organize it? Why? Seriously, they did it well without me. Want to say that you had nothing to do with this? Of course not. What does this have to do with me? I think there's something you're not telling me. I'm not telling you a lot of things. Want to know something? Ask, not accuse. Don't hang on my every word. While entering the university, you were there in the civil service? I didn't tell you that. Okay, you're acting for the state. There are not a lot of options as to what you were doing at that age. Did you serve in the military? Or the army? Volunteering can also be in the interest of the state. What do you have in the end? You and 2 other people are applying for a free program joining, which is almost mythical, and suddenly one of the 2 has a conflict with former soldiers. Do not dare to call them veterans. And were they soldiers? Maybe scumbag hirelings? And the other one is poisoning herself with a bird. Did you tell her about your meadow? Do you realize what this looks like? Frankly, I don't care how it looks. If you have something specific, please tell me. If you don't, from nothing comes nothing. Yeah, you set it up. Oh, how can you say that? Stop showing off, it's not theatre. In that case, do you have anything to charge me with? No. Anything else you want to know? No, we're done. Okay, yeah, disadvantage. Finally passed the entrance exam, flawlessly and passed, along with the other first candidate was eliminated to, either road accident or attempt on his life. Died due to an accident or was killed. Oh, okay, so that's what that one means. I judged him as guilty, okay. Truly I had nothing to charge you with, but I don't believe a word you say. Go and be useful somewhere. I think that's more your problem than mine. Get your head treated, and your nurse. Okay, bye. Yeah, took the word right out of my mouth. Did she look familiar to you? I mean familiar. Hannah, teenager or soldier? I guess teenager? Maybe. Sometimes people dramatically change over their lives, but get so many trails that life grinds them more than once, sends molding new people. Take you, for example. Me? No biggie. About your decision. What's wrong with it? You feel a bad taste in your mouth? What bad taste? Like you screwed up. What are you trying to say? In a contest, being ranked up no higher than second. Why second? Exactly why? Don't be hurt, just my feelings on your conversation. Nobody cares, the main thing is that the case has moved on. I care. Yeah, but you didn't get anything out of her. I made a decision as an adventure. No, since I started recollecting something, some vague details of all those cases. Interesting. I find it more useful in your next case. I need coffee. Are you here? Where else would I be? I don't know, watching TV shows or drinking tea with colleagues. Don't really know what you're doing. My job, sorting out cases. We have many things in common. How many more do you supervise? Only you. Workload is low, isn't it? You shouldn't think so. Oh, give me a minute. Let's get past that. Why? Because they're not that important. I only give you the important cases. Cases that bring a person here to this office. Gosh. Why so negative? No, for some reason I feel guilty for everyone I have to talk to in this office. Stop this nonsense. Nobody needs this. It's bullshit, remember? Boring red tape around about which nobody cares, but things should be made as clear as a bell to maintain order. You come here to help these people make things as clear as a bell for themselves. So, is that order? I'm afraid. What exactly are you afraid of? I don't know, maybe everything? Where am I? Who am I? Can't even remember my name. Who are you? What's this all about? Stop, you're thinking about unnecessary things. Where are you? You're here. Where's here? Whatever. Now you're here. Who are you? Maybe you're a detached thought formed for this case only. Maybe you're the fate of these people. Or you're me. Maybe nobody and you got no name. Can't have it as you're just a flash of nothing in nowhere. Maybe I'm God. Alright, slow down. What the fucking God are you? It's obvious. One with amnesia. How long have I been here? What do you mean by how long? I've always been here. Like any other person. Before you got there, you were here. You finish here, you move on. But you'll still be here. All in the same place. Just a pretty big place. I would say immense. But here, this office, how long have I been sitting here? Did you go cold or something? I can't remember my name. Could it be that I'm in internal confinement in this office, but sometimes forget it? Every time you say hello, patiently explain to me what to do once again. A new cycle begins. Last it until I forget everything again. Why? I don't know. It's too complicated. Would I have to explain everything to you all over again? No way. Even I'd go crazy. Always much simpler, but people like to bend a more complicated pretzel out of themselves. Can't argue with that. Yet, you haven't reassured me. I'm getting more anxious. Well, you know what people say, if something scares you, face it. But why? It's obvious to overcome your fears. Nonsense. You know I'm scared of alligators so much. If I come close to it, it won't be less scary, it would just bite my face off. High flight of mind is not about you. Yep. Okay, don't sweat it. You won't get money for it anyway. Even if you fail to do your job, what's going on here is going to end anyway. Because everything ends. And as well as we all know, no screw up lasts forever. to Adam and Eve about it. I will, and you, be ready to see the next visitor. Oh, how long should I wait to do the dirty laundry for other people? What do you mean other? Come on, all your own people. Yeah, my own. All men are brothers and sisters. Continuously feel ashamed for every word said here, as if I'm reading my daughter's diary. But you don't have a daughter. No, but it feels like it. So it goes. It's the way people live their lives. Feels like the right decision now. Causes regrets and shame later. Perhaps it's okay. No one is born wise. Some people do not become wise even by the end of life. Right. Fine. Who's next? Very well, combative mood. Is praiseworthy. The next is quite a serious character. We have a Master Destiny here to see us. What, you know what I mean. Isn't it God? Do you think that the trial of God is acceptable? Don't know. I think many people have many questions to ask him. Many people have questions to ask themselves, but scares them to ask the question themselves, because it may be the answer to all of them is the man. At this point, the world of many people may fall apart like a house of cards, which the man himself accidentally broke. Who is to blame for it? I guess it depends. Oh, hell with it. What kind of person are you? Judge. Next guest is a judge. Okay, over the years of individual events, the judge's case is the most complicated. Perhaps things are complicated by the fact that blank. A person involved in case that is. And during the conversation with the judge, the details of the cases of the previous visitors were revealed as they were. Like me? Yes, that's pretty close to the truth. I believe you'll find some common ground. Okay, let's do it. Hi. Oh, hi. Hi. Try to understand what happened and where I got to. Now here you are. Be eerie if it wasn't so ironic. Explain to many things. Said I did not expect it. Don't stand in the doorway. Come in. Sit down. Do I have a choice? I think not. Your office has my respect, as if I had already been here. Take no offense. Worked in the same office for many years. Just the sight of it gives me shivers. The awful smell. What's it? Gasoline? Are we gonna get some fire or something? God, I hope not. Also, why does she look like the last lady? Or did the radio lady plant that in my head? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Yeah, I was thinking, what if all these characters we've been judging have been the same person, just gradually seeing them as they grew up? Also, I just had another morbid thought. What if all these people are me? Is this the reason I'm here to pass judgment on myself? That why I specifically got chosen for the job? Okay, well I guess we'll just keep on playing and find out. Well, that's true. It smells like gasoline. There's no smell before. Is it coming from you? Looks like a choice of perfume. Bug off. Okay, but I've been here for long and you just come. Shall we talk? With you? What are you confused about? Should you judge a judge? That's ironic, indeed. He knows how I'm fed up with all this. Oh, hi, creepy child. I don't like you stopped there to watch us. What are you talking about? All this trials, judges, and the hypocritical bullshit. But you're a judge too. Exactly why I know better than others about what I'm talking about. Why do you have this opinion? Since we judge by law, not by justice, can you get it? Yes. He's a representative of a company with an army of lawyers behind his back. On the other side is a person far from the law who believes if he tells about this problem before the court, it'll be enough to understand and help him. Doesn't understand that, for instance, trumped up evidence and false testimony of witnesses, given the absence of any objection from the other side, may contribute to rendering it legal, but not just a verdict. And we live with it, trying not to torture themselves once and again. Live with our common life. There's some other life beyond the walls of our office. There's a headless guy back there has decided to join us. Some other life can break into ours at any time. You can always hire a lawyer. Can I? Where is my lawyer? You judge me. Now, not by law, but by justice. What are the standards of justice? There are none. Means you judge me by your own ideas of justice. I don't want it. Why? Think that the trial of me is unjust. Why? Because I am the one who judges, not the one who is being judged. Afraid it's unavoidable. We have been judged all our lives, to begin with people around us and ending with ourselves. Tell me what you mean by talking about other life, which can break into ours. It's complicated. We're here to figure everything out. Deliver a verdict. I say, to give an estimate, what will happen next, including the verdict, it's not my jurisdiction. And so, however, I could guess, it's unlikely that the person who actually decides things would be sitting in this hellhole. It's a forceful break in saying the person is me, the player. Just forget the goddamn office. Sorry, really thought I was in for something more than this. Did you often think about it? Often, as it happens, my life hasn't turned out so well. There are reasons to think. It's sad to look with fresh eyes on what you got used to at the cost of hard work. You, a person with such a position and status, shouldn't complain. And what did I turn out to be? Sitting here like a naughty hooligan? A respected person, but turned out to be here. Because of whom? Because of a common thief? It seems not so common if you're here because of her. Your person with a car is a no-brainer. Oh, you remember how you were here? That's new. Oh, so it is the same person. You know, it's not every day you see a car coming at you at full speed. Has she gone in her way? Oh wait, no, is this, one of the candidates, then? And many enemies, it's true. Both among those whom I locked behind the bars and among their cronies on the loose. There have been a dozen attempts on my life. I was stabbed, I was shot, I was raped, but I never backed down. I was an honest judge, and I was good at my job, but I think we both know that everything before the but word is worthless. As Harry said, sometimes law and justice are different things. You trade your ideas to get a fair shake, did you? Fuck off. If someone betrayed anyone, it's definitely not me. One has to bear responsibility for every act. Law couldn't hold her responsible, but I could. Better answer for her actions. It's what I became a judge for. And where did that get you? To you. To answer for your actions. What brought you to this decision? You're an honest judge with strong convictions, high moral principles. What made you give them up? Injustice? I want to ask you to be more sincere with me. Isn't everything here known about everything? No, the details are always left to us. That's why you're here. Make it clear for us and apparently for yourself. Smart. What are you talking about? You put ideas in order. What made me renounce my belief? Damn, it's been a long time. Don't know where to start. So, what made you betray yourself? Oh, ice flickering again. Case number 712M. Circumstances of this case go through my life as a red thread. Can't say this made me betray myself. Some of my beliefs that were formed by my age, certainly, but not myself. Done worse things in my life, but justice was always important to me. Like in this case, so important that law took a backseat. Did it happen often that the law took a backseat? Since I became a judge, and not even once before that case. Why is this case so unique? That girl. All the shit happened in my life can be traced back to her. We knew each other, long ago when we were kids. She opened my heart to anger. Wait. You the friend of that child, then? The first case that we took? How did she manage it? So simple and silly. As always when a trifle happens, which instills in your heart suddenly casting a shadow over your life. Fucking attic. Got to a dirty attic to play with kittens, which she hid there from her mom. Wait. Yeah. No, sorry, my brain is over the place, so no, you are the child from the first case? Yeah, I remember I had a new dress. I was so proud of it. She was always trying to get it dirty. I wiped her hand. She leaned me against a wall. We found the kittens. Their mum was there. Mummy cat. Didn't like cats. Allergic to them. That's what I told my friend. The little bitch started laughing and throwing kittens at me. It seemed too cruel to me. I got a soldier going past that window. I pushed her, but instead I fell onto the cat's shit in my new dress. The little bitch started rolling with laughter even louder, holding a kitten by the tail. Lost self-control, leaving only rank malice at this little skank. Without a moment's thought, I stood up and hit her. Not hard, but she stumbled and fell off the stairs. Seems you aren't being honest with me, you know. What? Story sounds suspicious. What are you trying to say? Hopefully one-sided presentation of information. Clearly demonstrate the actions of your friends to establish yourself as a victim. I can't do if that's the way it was. Was it? Sometimes people make an impression that you're a bad person so to not feel guilty for what they did to you. Looks like you're doing it right now. Read me like a book. I know that story. Yeah, are we talking about herself or the friend? Because it was her that was Emily, right? Right, if you know the story, why are you asking me? Okay, so that was right. Make it clear and put it in order. Did you forget? Not only me, but you need it too. Telling you how everything happened. Put it in order yourself. How did the story end? The story did not end. It's lasted till now, but that time it turned tragic. Tragic, but Emily made it out alive. Otherwise, how did you appear here, right? What's up with that? The day she broke her arm and her head looked awful. Especially to a child whom I was then, but nothing serious. But then, what happened next? She ratted on me to her mum. It upset me because she was responsible for starting the conflict. Well, she was my best friend. Trusted her like myself, but she betrayed me. Bad mouth. Scandal erupted. Triggered a turn of negative events in my life. What exactly happened next? Different vicious gossip was spreading about our family. It became almost a local curiosity. Notoriety one no one would like. What kind of gossip? Devil's family. They said that Mum was one of Satan's whores who cheated on Dad and that she was a fool in Christ living unaware. Who said that I was a damn child, a premature child obsessed with demons and so on. Of course, there was a grain of truth to it. I was a premature child. Also that I was born almost 5 weeks premature, but I don't think that demon or Satan played their part in it. Emily's mum was a pious woman who got shot to bits. Fucking bigot. What happened next? Apparently we had to move. First time in a long period. Mum and I could get outside and not hear people gossiping behind our backs. We were happy with the new house. My father didn't want to move and held off the decision till the last. But soon he probably understood too that the teenage girl was unsafe living in a city where people despised her. New place, Dad had problems with his job. Money was not enough. Parents often fought because of that. At least I thought it was the reason for home scandals. Father took his heart. Worked without weekends, often on busy business trips, including to our native city. By the time trips became longer, Dad talked to us less. I said they grew cold to us. I didn't notice much difference. It grew cold to me back then after the incident with Emily. We didn't much talk since then. And then Dad abandoned us. Died? No, just left and never came back. I said that Dad went to look for his happiness. I suppose he found it. Then, many years later, I found out that he returned to our native city and married Emily's mom. God, that would have stung. Turned out that they had an affair long before all these events. Sly bitch. Emily's mom kicked us off the native city just to cut out with someone else's man, and my father. Do you stay in touch with him? No, he just disappeared from our lives. Didn't know what happened to him, where he was for a long time. And later, when he grew up, I wanted to, but plucking my spirits too long. What happened? An accident. Ran over a shell in his spouse's car. What? Someone blows up another person in his car. It's not an accident, but murder. Yes, someone blew up another person. If that person blows himself up, for example, because of his ham-heartedness, it's an accident. Please say that was it. Where did he find a grenade? Don't know. Probably the aftermath of war. He thinks that were scattered all over the country and spared in cellars. Did your father take part in the conflict? He did. Through that, after graduation, I joined the army. Mum returned to talk me out of it. But she received no response. The war began. He concluded a contract with the Ministry of Defense. Didn't mean to skip that. Perhaps he pocketed the keepsake there. Why do you think he went to war? Don't know. As you could understand, he was a jerk. Jerks do some fucked up things. Don't you think that he felt responsible that he didn't try to impact your decision when the war began? Was feared for you? If he was feared, he would be feared for himself. Feared living with a burden of responsibility if something would happen to me. It was good compelling to make that decision. And me? Didn't need me either before or after. Why do you think so? It was a problem to him that made the perception of this life harder. How could you see yourself as an honest good man if you betrayed your family? To him, my existence somewhere was a thorn in his flesh. Everlasting memory of what a scum he was. Did you regret what happened? Sorry about leaving us. I'm especially sorry about him leaving us for those two bitches. Sorry that I didn't have a chance to look into his eyes, but I wasn't sorry about him dying like a ham-handed moron. Yeah, somehow I can understand you. You bet. I'm not sure life went off the rails. But the events of bygone days, that couldn't derail all of your life. Derail? No, but the world distorted irrevocably. When Dad left, he didn't have any money. He had to move again, but that time to the city outskirts. The flimsy shack in the street. Damn, I can't remember the name of the street. The town was not a progressive spot at all, but the district where we moved seemed a deserted hole together. To feed us, Mum sometimes worked for days on end. We saw each other quite rarely. What a teenager could do in this situation. What? Nothing good. Soon friends appeared, and together with them, alcohol, drugs, destructive behavior, and so on. Favorite spot for pastime is a landfill or a shabby diner. Yeah, moving on to the teenager now. So these were all pretty much her past life, so I was correct on that. Had a friend. Fuck friends they were. Just hanging out together, getting drunk with cheap beer. Sometimes taking some shit. Puffing weed and dragging each other by hair because of a jerk on a bike. That kind of friendship. Sad to hear, but as far as I know, you still had one friend. Monica? Friend, you see? One of the parties I was too drunk and she put me under some asshole she knew. Harley raped then for the first time. Harley fought him off. Lucky that he was dead drunk too. You know why she'd do that? To make a whore out of me in the eyes of her boyfriend. Of course she denied it all. And how can you prove it? That's the kind of friend. Not about her. When you moved, you met a girl. What was her name? You know about Chloe? Yeah, of course. You told me about her. When? Came to this office a bit earlier. Just after you had a quarrel with Chloe. So that's how it all works here. Perhaps I should tell you about it. There are in-house procedures. Perhaps I should tell you about it. There are in-house procedures. Yeah, perhaps easier to think of before talking. You could have got my point across on what's going on earlier. If I had to, I would have. Who's that? Don't know if she monitors the process. I know this voice. Maybe it's stayed in a memory. Nothing stayed in her memory. Don't delude yourself that you would understand how it all works here. Or erase your memory and we'll start anew. Can she do that? Can you do that? Of course. Not. Well, of course not. Relax. Just kidding. An uncomfortable pause. Well, I have to go and do my business. Keep on. Never mind, she's actually good. But you don't know who she is. I feel like I can trust her. Trust is not about me. Not about me either. However, I trust her. For no good reason. Maybe for no good reason, you know, I had no choice, but you had one. Because she didn't get along with Chloe because she didn't trust her. Yes, the situation with Emily defined my idea of friendship. I waited until Chloe betrayed me too. But she didn't. Now I can understand it, but she could do it, at least it was coming. Still, she didn't do it. Cannot judge people what they can do. We judge only when the action is done. I know it, but then I was waiting for a knife in the back from any person, from any situation. That didn't happen, and you stab it yourself. What did happen to her? Did you know where she ran away? No, she hardly ran away. You were sure of that? What made you change your mind? A year later, not far away from the cornfield, rags of a school uniform were found. Traces of blood. A bracelet, which was identified as hers. They started a missing case, but it was all in vain. Yeah, I figured she was kidnapped, not just simply ran away. Some thoughts on the matter? There were many, and now they don't matter. That day when she asked for help, things could have gone different. Yes, I thought about that a lot. The sordid idea of the world didn't allow me to estimate the situation soberly. And I lost Chloe. Does it hurt? Did you love her? I heard that she made me doubt her commitment to our friendship. Because of that, I finally made up my mind about her betraying me. Betraying me like Dad. Like everyone else betrayed me. And she blamed everyone but yourself. What is it? My fault. You want to say that you never betrayed anyone. And if we sweep Chloe under the rug, who probably waited for you while you were hanging out with Simon. Oh god. Okay, spooky shit's now happening. I don't like it. Don't say his name. Okay, I won't. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up... dig myself into old wounds. I betrayed nobody who trusted me. Always. I always made sure that people got what they deserved. Ever. And you served in the army. Yeah, so on to the next one. Shut the fuck up. What can you know about it? All who trusted you were killed because of you. Liar. Tell me how you deactivated ammo. Fuck, it's possible to talk to you. What else do you know? The ammo was not deactivated. What? The method you use doesn't work on modern ammo. Hannah, you knew about it. Someday we all get to know about our deeds. Knew it from the very beginning. No, of course not. I never... Those people, they were my companions in arms. Remember them all. Remember how they died. Remember the eyes of the wounded guy when I fished them after the fight. Remember the price they paid to keep me alive. Price I took on myself. What price? How did you actually survive? I bought out my life. What do you mean? To that moment, our machine gunner Dustin and I were the only ones who survived. We had a choice. They'd kill us both, or one of us would shoot down the other and stay alive. Threw a gun with one bullet to us. One of the bullets I sold them, I was told. I grabbed the gun first. No, Dustin gave it to me. Said that he couldn't do it or live with it. And the machine gunner that you were in love with? Yes. And you shot him. I learned that deactivating ammo was futile. Fuck. Yeah, that entire situation is fucked. Yeah, no wonder she had PTSD from the entire situation. Life costs more than just Dustin's. It costs the lives of all of them. Do you understand? You were all doomed. If I hadn't been stoned, we would have been buried under artillery fire. Yes, isn't that the betrayal you accuse everyone of? Isn't that hypocrisy? You're the judges. Hypocrisy comes as a bonus to our reward. Callousness is striking. You're the only one who returned from your division. How can you sleep after all? I didn't return. Part of me is still fighting in those trenches. Every night, wake up in our position being stormed by the enemy. I almost didn't sleep those days, but they played into the hands. I had more time to prepare for admission to the university. I think you should have gone to a therapist instead of thinking about education. No, that was the whole point. I need to get into university. That's why I went through the meat grinder for. For what? Become a judge, to bring justice to the people who got what they deserved, despite their ranks and titles. To be judged not by the black letter law, but the essence of the deed committed. For the sake of that, you were ready to do anything? That was the plan. I did not involve the death of people. I could foresee the war, but reality always makes adjustments. Let's go with those two candidates. What are you talking about? Say about the war, but if your plans didn't suppose the death of people, what can you say about those two candidates who failed to pass the selection? What can I say? As best as I can tell, one of them is still alive. You can call it life. What's with him? What might happen to a rapist who became a castrate? Life didn't turn out better. Had been in trouble with the police repeatedly. Hunted petty thefts. Hooked on the hard drugs, deep in debt. There's nothing to take from him, so local thugs made him prostitute. In what way? As a whore. Apparently because of abusing synthetic drugs. His leg brought it off, but he was timely provided medical assistance, amputated his leg, gave him crutches. They were well informed. They came and checked on his feet, and at one point picked him from a den and turned him into the doctors. Now lying somewhere on the street, goes a begging. Why did you do it? Well, otherwise he'd die. Did you worry about his life? If you say so. Because of feeling guilty? What guilt? The Bastard should pay for what he did to the fool. For this, he has to live every second allotted to him on Earth. But his life is awful. So is his actions. Do you know what happened to the girls he raped? No. Neither do I. What happened to him, I know full well. Take care of his life to make him suffer. Didn't give a damn about his suffering. He has to get his fairing. He's done doing it. The second candidate? Did you kill her? Didn't you? It was an accident. She got poisoned. I remember with birds, where she ate some shit. Did you play a part in it? No, she ate them. She got poisoned. It was an accident. She didn't have any relation to the attack on the first candidate. Was it just a turn of accident events? Which accidentally opened the gate for meeting your goals? I'd say lucky events. I still claim that you have nothing to do with these two cases. You don't know about the opposite. Can I testify against myself? How about the 51 article of the Constitution? What's with it? I have a right not to testify against myself, my spouse, and close relatives. You have nobody. I have myself. Does it seem that now is somewhat different situation? It does, but I am what I've done. This is part of me. If I deny it, nothing will be left of me. And what is happening will make no sense at all. Here, you're giving me a dilemma. Remember you were a kid, wanted to be a vet. Like birds, did you remember? Yes, I still like them, but my dreams moved from childhood to old age. I thought that someday I would move to the snowy forest up north. It was surrounded by bullfinches. Remember bullfinches? No, I don't remember anything. Small birds with red plumage on their breasts, and the branches of snow-covered firs. It looked like gleaming splinters of flame at sunset. Quite a sloppy reflection for a person with a hand covered in blood. In blood? And yours? Look at my hands. Yeah, I got ordinary hands. Or maybe not. Just like mine, aren't they? You think working in a judge your hands stay clean? They get dirty. Every decision we make splashes on us. Blood and shit. That's why you're judging me, because you're just like me. Well, we are you, just a little bit older, maybe. Not talking about me, as you say. But you blame Emily for getting your hands dirty. How did she born held my hand through all my life? Failed to overcome the children's offense and decided to revenge on her? I haven't. I've been committed to my job for 20 years. Thousands of lives passed my hands. Nobody, not a single person, could blame me for the unfair performance of my duties. It was impossible to either scare or bribe me. Guys could be proud of me. They paid with their lives for a good reason. The world owes them for justice, not less than me. There's still until that case appeared on my table. The very girl who brought darkness on me sat on the dock, Emily. She didn't recognize me. Well, why should she? I recognized her right away. Everything matched the city, the age, even the scar from the fall was in the same place. Remember it. Black eerie hole beneath my bloody flesh. A pink bone of the skull peering it out in places. Last time I saw her crying on those bloody stairs as a child. Now her fate is in my hands. You're the person who has such an impact on my own. course, my first desire was to avenge her for everything, to raise her life to the ground. I almost decided to do it, but what did stop you? It was her. Emily was accused under not a very serious article. She was a guard while her buddies were burgling a house. She was the only arrest, and if she had turned in her accomplices, she would have gone off with probation, but she didn't. Do you understand? The person who was an epitome of betrayal to me showed her loyalty. To whom? To some thieves? Did that hurt you? Yeah, at first, but it gave me a new perspective on her. I didn't feel that her contempt for her anymore. Frankly, I felt something akin to respect for her. Another problem raised from this. Because of her incredible loyalty to her cronies, the case was falling apart. You couldn't let that happen. That why you judged her not according to the law, but according to your understanding of justice? Yes, put it that way. The point of my work is always the same. The criminal must be held accountable for his deeds. In her case, also for the deeds of her accomplices. How to achieve this is not so important. It was a mere formality and a fake pretext. I rejected the argument of defense and promoted the position of the prosecution. Results, 5 years in prison. Do you understand? The stray don't end up there. I didn't think of it then, but now I realize I didn't provide for everything. Another fucked up plan? Let me say so. You see, there's not much to do in prison. You start remembering things, digging into the past. I think one of those nights, looking at the ceiling, she thought, right, that's how I know her. Her writing papers while rehearsing. No use, of course. How do you prove a conflict of interest in this case? You can't. Maybe having served 5 years, she would not hold a grudge against me, but everything turned out differently. I was just getting more fucked up. Yes, in one of the prison fights, she overdid it and sent his cellmate to the other world. Got another 10 years. Never filed another petition for rehearsing. Then I realized that sooner or later we would meet again. And so we did. Last thing I remember is tires screeching, headlights, and a grinning, aged face. Here we are. So I can responsibly say that my life story began with her and ends with her. I think that's why she's in here. She managed to do her in one last time. Who do you blame for that? Hard to say right now. Sued a noble goal, but I can't deny that I made a lot of mistakes. Perhaps if I had a second chance, I could have tried to correct something. In what way? I made a distorted perception of life. That came back to haunt her years later. Guess that's how karma works. You make some decisions and years later the consequences of those decisions catch up with you and kick your ass. Are you talking about yourself or Emily? Everyone. Everyone has events in their lives that are the consequences of earlier decisions. Thinking if I could have taken some action now, maybe it could have made a difference in the future. I think it's too late to think about these things. Why? Why? Life didn't end. Nothing and never ends. Everything is constantly changing, flying from one thing to another. Coming something else. We will think it's over. That will be the beginning. The story flowed into our conversation. Guessing you're deciding now what the beginning of that will be. Well, Judge, can you give me a second chance? Second chance? You? Do you get a second chance to all those whose lives you destroy because of your anger, greed, cowardice, envy, pride? Yes, I was a horrible person, but you only got here because you couldn't give Emily a second chance when you were able to, but now you ask it for yourself. I can still help her. Help? It's you who made a monster. You destroyed my life. You're just a kid, Hannah. And who was I, in your opinion? Had a whole life to grow up. So did she. But we both carried that shit throughout our lives. Just give me a second or a chance to finish it for both of us. I want to try. Maybe I can still do something for her, for those who left. Do you repent? Come on, it's not a church. There's certain areas they don't want for mercy, or wait for mercy. Just ask for a chance to change something, at least for someone. It's enough. I need to think. It's time to make a decision. Oh, here we go. Okay, so complicated by the fact that the judge is lying, the judge is aware of the true state of affairs. The person involved in the case was, Emily, and previous visitors were revealed as they were judged at different stages of life. People who play an important role. Judged at different stages of life. Now, the all important question: innocent or guilty? This is the choice I make. No, you don't deserve it. Even though you had a shitty fucking life, doesn't give you the right to condemn those that potentially might not have had that life. Understand, it's a fair decision. What are you waiting for? Tell me, my guys, have they been here? No, only you've been here. And you... Oh. Well, I guess I'm not using my computer anytime soon. System failure. Oh, we get to see our reflection. Hannah. I guessed it right. It was us. We were judging ourselves, and we judged ourselves as guilty. Okay, and that was outside the door. Very cool revelation. Definitely a very, a slow burn on that. And, yeah, the, dialogues could have been polished up a little bit, because, what I am assuming is that the developers' English is not the first language, I'm assuming. But yeah, I want to quickly check, because I did say right beforehand. There we do, just lying, Emily, there we go. But I'm going to see what happens if we go for innocent, because we do get an achievement for doing guilty or innocent, so... Alright, I trust you. Don't disappoint me. It was a mistake. You won't regret your decision. What do you mean? I'll show you. Oh, she still unplugs the computer anyway. Who's there? Don't go there. Yes, who's there? Hey, can you hear me? Don't go away. Listen to my voice. Let's go. It's time. She's a murderer. Murderer, and you? No. Hands are covered with blood. Don't listen to her. Look at your hands. I can't. Look. Don't wake up. Hands. You like killing people? You liked hearing the snap of haunch bones under the blows of your sledgehammer? Yes. Yeah, what I'm also assuming is the voice on the radio is probably my subconscious or something. Did she... Hannah, don't listen to her. What happened to your mum, Hannah? Where is she? What did you do to her? I do not understand what you're saying. Look at your hands. Look at your hands. So even in the end, I still murdered somebody. Oh, hello. We get a slightly different cutscene too. Hannah? Hannah, do you hear me? Hannah? I do. Please don't move. Just lie still. In an ambulance. We're going to the hospital. What happened? An accident. Car drove into a pole and hit you. You have a head injury. Please lie still. So that's why we were in the other world, because we were kind of in a coma type of thing. How do you know my name? Name tag. What about the driver? Don't know. The driver fled the scene before we arrived. Which relatives can we contact? No one. Should I let someone know where you are? No, I have no one. Okay, I definitely like that ending. We get like a little bit more of what the hell is potentially going on. Where we could end up. Yeah, that was Outside the Door. Very interesting. Definitely quite a slow burn on it. But yeah, it was still interesting. It's definitely hoping for a little bit more horror, but yeah. It's more about the story we made along the way, I guess. But yeah, if you guys want to check this game out for yourself, maybe see what happens if you try going guilty on all the other characters, link will be down in the description below, and yeah, we'll be moving on to the next game.